what's up, guys? I'm Jason, and as a person with absolutely zero qualifications and no long term studying in any kind of therapeutics, relationships, nothing like that, I feel compelled to give my viewers sound, awesome, very cool relationship advice that will hopefully get them girlfriends and or boyfriends, and anything else, man. We're inclusive here. My only real qualification is I've had a girlfriend for 3 years. So that's pretty cool. Let's just get freaking started, dude. Number one advice. These are from real viewers, and if you want to submit your own questions, put them down below. They don't have to be relationship related. This video is just relationship themed because I happen to have 3 questions with the same prompt, relatively. So here we go, baby. Number 1, classic. There's this girl I really like, and I was wondering if you could give me advice on how to become her boyfriend. I actually do know some stuff about this. I actually do have some ball knowledge with this one, because I am a psych major, and I'll tell you psychologically some tips on how to attract a partner. Now this stuff is really hit or miss. Let me say that right off the bat. There's no solid way. There's no one way. There's no one piece, no one ring, that's gonna save you here. There's nothing that you can do to definitely become her boyfriend. Some people just aren't gonna like you, and you have to understand that. That's the number one thing in dating is you're not gonna win them all. You're not even gonna win half of them, man. You're not. There's no way. No matter how good you are, no matter how perfect you make yourself, no matter how attractive you make yourself, you're gonna most people just you're not gonna find success with. People are particular. People have different standards, and even making yourself conventionally likable, making yourself like big muscles. Think of the most hot, attractive, perfect guy rich, all this other stuff that could make them attractive. You can take a survey of women, and you're gonna find half of them are just gonna be no, I wouldn't want that person. And that's how it is. And that's good though, because that means everyone has a chance. That means there's always gonna be a person out there for you. But I will tell you these, if you understand that these aren't, these just increase your chances a little, and don't really do anything else, then then we're good, okay? Understand that if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you, and that's how it is. Alright? But psychologically, the best ways to get someone to like you, familiarity is the only determining factor. Not the only, is one of the biggest determining factors in attraction. So just spending a lot of time around them and being around them a lot, people are likely to gravitate towards you. This is why drama club or choir or band, all these groups that you think of as being really freaky, it's because they all date within each other, because they have to spend hours and hours together. I was in drama, and I met my girlfriend in drama actually, and probably the only reason that happened is because we had to spend 8 hours a night together during tech week, and that just kind of leads you to, I don't know, being attracted to each other. So spending a lot of time is number 1 advice. That's the best thing you can do, and during that time, talk to them and make them feel listened to and appreciated. Take genuine interest in their interests and in their life. Ask them questions. I don't know. Be friendly. Be friends with them. And be around them all the time. And if they end up liking you, they end up liking you. And if they don't, they don't. Number 2 piece of advice. This is a little sketchy, but it's been found that if you get into a state of either fear or thrill or something with another person, in psychology it's called a state of arousal, but it's not like that, or it doesn't have to be like that, but it's not usually like that. Then if you get into that state of arousal together, then you're more likely to bond. So go on a walk down a dangerous dark alley together, or get chased by a bear in the forest together. Those would have been shown to increase the likelihood of being attracted to each other. Obviously, don't do that. Obviously, 100% don't do those things. That's dangerous, and I don't actually condone that. But realistically, if you want to utilize this, horror movies. That's why horror movies work. That's why horror movies are a popular date, is because people, you know. Also, going to the gym together. That also is a state of arousal because you're, working out. So going to the gym together and going to horror movies is shown to work too. Last thing is when I this is actually kind of embarrassing, but when I really liked my current girlfriend before we were dating, I was like really into her, and I was like desperate. I was like looking up, like just like you asking me. I was looking up how do I increase my chances, and I found a WikiHow article that said show your neck more. And I read that, and now she's my girlfriend, so maybe, that it has an 100% hit rate. I don't have any evidence for that working. I think it's stupid and BS, but it does have an 100% hit rate so far. So show your neck more, I guess, dude. Yeah, that's all my advice for getting a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or anything else. Yeah, let me know if you find success with that. And like I said, seriously, best tip I can give you about dating generally is know when to fold, man. Know when to fold them, all right? Like, some people just aren't gonna like you, okay? They just aren't. And it takes time to find the right one. If you're in this situation, a similar situation, but you don't even have any leads, like you don't even have a person that you could potentially be liking, or the person that you like doesn't even like know you exist, like you just gotta wait. Eventually there will be someone, just like focus on yourself, or focus on your studies, like hang out. Eventually you'll find that right person and you can pursue them, and hopefully they like you back. All right, next question. There's this guy I like as a crush, but the problem is we are friends, and I feel like confessing would ruin our friendship. Should I get over it? If so, how? My advice for this, man, just being like straight up. Tell him. Unless it's a bad like time, unless you think waiting could have some advantage, tell them. Because chances are it's not going to ruin your friendship or like make you guys get together. Because I don't know, like if they say no, which it sounds like is likely, then at least and you can move on and not feel regrets off of that. So that's my best advice for that, is just tell them. Because if you're really friends and you tell them like, hey, we're around each other so much, I think I'm starting to develop like some type of feelings for you. If that's like, do you feel that at all? If you don't, that's okay. I'm just wondering if I should like abandon those. Like that's okay. That's normal. Like I said, familiarity is a super normal, like, creator of feelings. So it's not even like, I don't know. It's not an abnormal thing, and they should understand. Like, it happens. And if this guy is chill like that and doesn't have feelings, but also likes your friendship, then he'll be like, okay. I don't feel that way, but that's okay. And yeah, just, I don't know. Move on. Then you know to move on, and you move on. And if he does feel that way, then bang! Relationship. Love strikes again. And getting over it, my advice for getting over it, time. It's just time. You just gotta wait. Either be comfortable with the feeling and don't try to rush it, or figure out some other method of like putting that feeling away, saying, I know this can't happen, I'm going to stop feeling this way, telling your brain that over and over. That's like all you can do. You got to figure out that method for yourself. There's no one advice that's going to fix everyone in terms of getting over something, getting over feelings. So yeah, that's all my advice. Feel it out, man. There's no good, like I would need so much more context for this to give you like real full advice, but feel it out. If you don't feel comfortable telling him, then there's your answer. Then he doesn't like you. You know that in your heart of hearts. If you don't feel comfortable even attempting it. So yeah, figure out how to get over it. I might have cooked there. Okay, last one isn't really relationships, but it has to do with in intrapersonal relationships, not romantic. Just relationships generally, like friendships, family relationships, stuff like that. So thought I'd include it. Here we go. It's pretty long. And also I have to move myself down here. I look like the Parasite jump scare. You know the Parasite, yeah. Worst moment in a movie, by the way. I don't know if you guys seen Parasite, but you should watch it if you haven't. I don't know if you guys have seen Parasite, but you should watch it if you haven't. Okay, last one. Started writing a story about 2 months ago. Not really sure at this point. I don't know. And I've been working on it to the point of staying up 2 a.m. I'm assuming like every night you're staying up to 2 a.m. working on it. It's going pretty great. That's good. And I'm really liking it so far. Only problem is that I can share it with nobody. All my in real life friends think I'm stupid. And my sister doesn't like it when I talk about my projects because it cuts into her time. She's writing a story too, but talks about hers every night, scheduled time and everything. I can barely get a word in. And not that I don't like hearing her projects, it just sucks that you can't share your own. My parents don't get me, let's be honest. If I said that to my parents, they're like, of course it's always gay. Oh, it's a boys' love story, and of course it's always gay these days, okay? And I don't want to resort to any outlet that might have negative impacts, like someone stealing your ideas. I don't know what to do. I just want to get my ideas out of my head and into someone else's. Okay, a lot to unpack in this one. A lot of relationships to touch on. First of all, your friends. Your friends thinking you're stupid, that sucks. You should stand up for yourself and be like, hey, I want you guys to take me more seriously, and I want to be able to talk about things I enjoy with you, or else I don't really feel like I'm getting a lot out of these friendships. That's important. You should have friends that respect you, if you respect them. These things go both ways. And same advice with your sister. Dude, if your sister doesn't respect you enough to let you talk about your projects when she's going to yap about hers all the time, on the lowest level, don't let her talk about hers. And on the highest level, talk to her. Have a very real conversation with her and say, hey, I want to talk about my stuff with you just like you talk about yours with mine. Because I don't feel like this is a equal sides relationship. Not that all relationships have to be transactional. Like, you don't have to get completely equal sides from people. But if it's totally uneven, then talk with those people, guys. That's the best advice I can give you across the board. Is don't be afraid of having a conversation with someone, a serious conversation. All right, you can't shy away from those in real life. It's gonna benefit you so much. In your day-to-day if you're able to bring up tough topics with people. So practice it, man. And especially when you're young, I'm assuming you're young, I'm not actually sure. Especially when you're young, it's a good skill to develop, confrontation. And then with your parents just aren't going to understand sometimes, and that sucks. But if they respect you enough and love you enough to hear you out, even if they have reservations about the true content of the material, then talk to them about it, man. If you think you can talk to them and they'll be able to look past the gay part of it and be like, and actually give you like advice on your story or whatever you want, just at least listen to what your story is going to be about and give you some feedback or whatever, then do it. You know, get like, it's okay to get that little bit of negativity at the start. If that's all you're afraid of just them being like, oh, it's gay, then be like, guys, whatever, come on, and then tell them your stuff. Because I don't know, like, parents are generally a good source of like loving feedback. Like, even if they don't like something about you or your story, they still, like, a lot of parents will still like love you at the end of the day. I know this isn't true for all situations, but if that's how your parents are, then they are genuinely a good resource to tell people. But if you don't feel comfortable telling any of these people about any of this, then keep it to yourself. No problem with that. I know you want to get stuff out of your head. I know that. But you don't have to share everything you do all the time. Sharing sharing ideas is cool and it's fun, but if you don't have anyone to do it with, then it's good practice keeping stuff to yourself. I think there's a big culture of like spam yapping every little thing you do to everyone all the time, and I think it ties in with wanting to profit off every little skill you have and every little piece of creativity you exhibit. I think it's hard for a lot of people to create something without sharing it for those reasons. And it's, once again, it's a good skill to have, is being able to work on stuff just purely for your own satisfaction, and not getting any validation for it. But at the same time, I mean, I'm sure we'll all understand wanting validation for something you're working really hard on, especially if it's been like 2 months. Like, that is a long time to keep stuff in. So find someone out of all these people, find someone who you trust, who you can talk with and have that confrontation with. You got to pick your person. They're not going to, it sounds like none of these people are going to understand if you just start talking to them. So find someone that you can have a tough conversation with. So find someone you trust the most to have a tough conversation with. Say, hey, I want you to like respect me and I want like feedback on this story. Like, please, please give me that. That's all I want. And just, I don't know, hopefully that works. And if you don't feel comfortable doing that, wait for the right person. They'll come along. Yeah. And in terms of posting it online, if this is a fan fiction or something like that, or a story that you're never going to publish or like put out there for profit or anything like that, I would just talk about it. Like, fanfiction culture and story culture is so big online in my, like, from what I've heard. It's such a huge space, and there's so many stories and different authors and stuff making like content, that I don't think anyone's gonna steal your ideas unless they're like super revolutionary and crazy, because there's already so much they could steal from, I guess. Yeah. And if someone does steal your ideas, if you only share it in a very small group and someone in that group steals your ideas, you can prove it and freaking sue them for it or something, which would be awesome. Talk about a free bag. Anyway, that's not very good advice, but I hope the rest of what I said helped. And if you want advice for yourself, if you thought my advice was good, or these questions were interesting, or at least I brought up some interesting things, and you want advice for your own situations, put it down in the comments, or not in the comments, put it down in the form in the description, and I'll freaking get to it, baby, in a future video or a stream. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. Thank you for actually responding to this question form in the first place and making this idea like fun for me, because I am really enjoying this. And yeah, let me know what you thought of this video. Yeah, man, you guys are the best. Join my Discord if you haven't. Bye.